And I'm back to with you guys today. Today I do not have a face cam on my thing because my face cam is being really weird lately. On stream it freezes all the time and I have to take it off and it just makes the streaming experience really weird. But on the video, same shit. But here I'm just going to be running down a couple things that every pro player should probably get if you're willing to go competitive, you guys want to be good at GBs, you want to excel at game battles and stuff like that. So I'm going to run down at least about 5 things that you probably should get or probably should be looking forward to and getting once you are ready to start competing on the Infinite Warfare. One of the things I do recommend is, as you can see, Blue Dot. One of the Blue Dot reticles, I know they have a couple similar to them, like Blue Dot is a default reticle, you can use that if you like, but just to really excel your aim pretty much. If you don't have this, I recommend you use the default elo sight. Default elo sight's just a white little or yellow little cross. Probably the best you could get next to this. I usually just use a default only because if I were to switch off to another characters or another Xbox or account, I always don't want to have to be reliant on that blue dot to do good. I will say that if you do get blue dot, you will have to get used to it only because it is a new reticle and it is a lot smaller than literally every single reticle in the game. So I do recommend this if you don't have it. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. Regular elo sight's alright. One other thing as you can see from that's on my K-bar, I recommend quick draw. If you don't have quick draw on your gun, I don't know what the fuck you're doing, bro. Quick draw is such a must in Call of Duty. If you don't have quick draw on your gun, it's like you're literally aiming so slow. Yeah, it's like I was gonna pull out a pistol and show you, but you aim so slow. If you don't have a quick draw, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. But obviously, put quick draw. Don't be dumb. Other thing I would recommend you get is stock, only because you do move faster if you have a gun out, and you do obviously you have that ability to shoulder peek and all that good stuff. So if you can't shoulder peek, obviously good on you. If you don't like shoulder peeking, don't even worry about it. Just hold your ground and play however you want to play. I do recommend stock if you want to, obviously do that shoulder peek. I would recommend foregrip if you don't want to compensate for all the recoil. I've gotten super used to already compensating for a bunch of recoils, so obviously I'm not using stocks, but it's up to you. It's your playstyle, it's your preference. One other thing I would recommend is you guys have a decent ERAD shot. I would recommend just going on bots, turning off aim assist, and just shooting 30 bots, 15 bots, however many bots you need before your ERAD shot is good. Obviously, I'm being a little bit hypocritical since my ERAD shot right there was pretty shit, but I recommend do get an ERAD. It's probably the best hipfire gun in the game. You don't even have to aim with this gun. Look, I can literally just gun them as fast as you can aim down. But I recommend getting a good ERAD shot, and you can go ahead and destroy your enemies up close and personal. Obviously, against shotguns, you probably won't have that much of a good a chance, but if you're in a competitive setting, chances are you're not going to be using a shotgun, and the ERAD will just be the most effective short-range gun you can get. So, and he fucking phase shift, what a cunt. Only thing I would recommend is learning how to use your fucking payloads. If you're getting shot, don't use your payloads, because you cannot use your payloads while you're getting shot. I recommend you just chill for a little bit, realize where your enemy is, and then go ahead and pop that camo, pop that reactive armor, pop whatever you're gonna pop in competitive, and then being effective with that. If you are not, you just waste the thing you've been working towards all game, and you obviously won't have any chance to use that to the full potential. So I would recommend you use so he saw me, I saw him, he doesn't know where I am, and I can just pop the camo, gun him, he has no idea, and that guy scared the fuck out of me. But I would recommend learning how to be wiser with your your payloads, your score streaks, etc., whatever you have going on. Like I just hit a triple, I'm gonna hit a quad right here, and maybe not, never mind. I would recommend getting a good ERAD shot. A lot of people, whenever I stream, they say I fucking keyboard, and it's funny, you can literally clearly hear my my controller in the microphone, but it's personal preference. If you're a fucking keyboarder, unsub for me right now. I do not want to know you as a person. People say, oh, it's 2017, keyboarding is the new way to do it, but it's really not. Learn to use a fucking controller if you're playing Xbox. If you're playing PC and using a controller, I can understand how that's reasonable, but if you're not using a fucking keyboard on Xbox, on Call of Duty, you're a fucking sad person. You're spending money on an XIM4 or whatever the fuck they're called, XIM3s, but you're just dumb if you don't use a controller. My bad. A couple other things I would recommend is if you guys have a Type 2, go ahead and use that Type 2. The Type 2 is probably one of the fastest shooting assault rifles. It is an assault rifle. Obviously, in the competitive setting, you are not able to pull it out into that double mode, but if you have it in regular, you can obviously just have it the assault rifle. It's super accurate and super deadly. You can literally melt people really simply. If I had a good shot with it right now, but I would recommend using the elo sight on it only because you do get that constant, rate of fire, constant spray going with that elo sight. I do recommend stock with this gun so it makes you faster. If you're fast, the AR is already pretty fast by itself, but if you have a stock to make it even faster to move around with, you will make yourself practically invincible. It shoots from really far range. I've beamed some kids from here near and far, but I would recommend pull out that Type 2. It's really gonna help you. Don't ever use a variant. I would just say right now, don't stop getting used to playing with variants. They're the most aggravating thing I see in Call of Duty competitive, where people want to use fucking variants, bro. Like, do you not know what competitive means? Like, dude, this fucking Siren, dude. I'm gonna literally have to pull out an ERAD just to fucking challenge him. But if you guys have a Type 2, you have unlocked a Type 2, if you're high enough level for a Type 2, use that Type 2. Type 2 is one of the best guns you can possibly get in the game. And it's just super fast, super great, and very versatile on long range and short range. Like, I can beam that guy from all the way over here. See? Perfect. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. It's the best gun in the game, practically. Other than like the K-Bar and ERAD, I would recommend you use this Type 2. One other thing I would obviously, I would say to use is get better at headshots. Completely honest, sometimes the only way you're gonna beat your opponent is if you hit him with a headshot. Like, honestly, if that guy had a good shot and was ready to fire at me, if I didn't get that headshot, he would have killed me instantly. So I recommend you guys get good at headshots. Not that it's a must, but you should probably get at it and try not to rely on feet kills, because feet kills will get you kills, but it won't get you the kills in the right amount of speed. You'll see me if I'm going off, I always get at least 2 or 3 headshots if I really want to get a 4-piece with an ERAD, and the ERAD only has 30 bullets, as you can see. You can kill 4 people with this gun. See, that's 1. I'm not gonna reload, but obviously I have that particle amp. I think it is an energy weapon, so you just have to, as long as you hit all your shots, you're gonna get a quad feed. Like, I'm gonna get a quad feed. Never mind, take that back. I don't know who this dude is. Where's this dude at? Yeah, he got a fucking shotgun. I can't do anything about that. But you just gotta be careful with your your shots. All right. You obviously don't need a stock on an SMG. I say if it's an SMG, it's probably light enough all by itself. Don't even bother with a stock all that much on an SMG. And it just changes the way your game mentality works. So I hope those chips helped you. I know it was kind of a sporadic video. I know it was kind of not really well told, or you obviously know how I make my fucking commentaries. They're not really all that good, but I'm trying over here. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, click that like button, click that subscribe button. Sorry for the no face cam. It was just being gay, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.